Valve has been just on freaking fire lately. So this story comes from Valve's own blog, Steam Deck replacement parts. Look at this. We've got a freaking amazing X-ray image.
Cool.
I know. Isn't that stuff so cool?
And if you watch the video as well, they go 360. They go all the way around the X-ray image, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It's
absolutely love it. iFixit posted their teardown of the Steam Deck, so Valve linked to that as well. Obviously, no one's going to do a better teardown of the Steam Deck than iFixit.
That's a great
Freaking
video.
love it. But that's not the big news. Valve posts things in their blog all the time. Presumably, actually, I don't really follow the
I
Valve
found it
blog.
kind of cool, actually, that they posted this in their blog with a 7 out of 10. Which,
yep.
Spoiler alert, the score that they got was 7 out of 10.
Yep.
Which is solid, especially for like a all-encapsulated device.
Yep.
But it's not like perfect.
Nope.
And Valve still posted this whole thing and was like, yeah, we're proud of this.
They're taking a pretty
cool.
overall transparent approach to things.
Yeah.
But the big news, of course, is that Valve has committed to iFixit as one of the partners that they are going to be working through for Steam Deck replacement parts. And not just Steam Deck replacement parts, but also, and this is something that I specifically brought up with Valve because I was extremely frustrated about something that happened with my personal Index. Also, Valve Index VR headset replacement parts. So here's the details. Valve is still hammering out the details. Hey! The main complaints that iFixit had were the difficulty in removing the battery and not having a modular charge port.
Yeah.
Most of the other parts are modular. Entry is relatively simple. There's a lot to like. And they are really, that's it. We don't have a ton of details, but what we can talk about at the very least is what this is like compared to the process that you would have to go through for something else. I mean, if you buy a handheld from Nintendo, you buy a controller from someone like a Sony or a Microsoft, if you're within warranty and you have some kind of problem, whether it's a failing battery on a PlayStation controller, less of a concern with Microsoft's controllers. I know that's a super polarizing issue, Microsoft's use of AA batteries in their Xbox controllers. For me, it's such a no-brainer because you can use your own rechargeable batteries. It doesn't have
you don't have to buy throwaways.
You don't have to buy disposable
There's
batteries.
very good rechargeable
Please
batteries.
stop buying disposable batteries. Anyway, that's a whole separate conversation. So whatever it is that you buy, within your warranty period, if something goes wrong, in most cases, so even though they will cover you, they will get you a new one. In most cases, as far as I can tell, there is little or no effort made to reclaim the still working components.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be mistaken. Does Microsoft sell refurbished controllers, for example? Or are these done through third parties? Xbox refurbished controller. Here we go. Best Buy. Best Buy has Xbox
Yeah, I was going to say, I
refurbished
feel
controllers.
like I've seen that before.
But this is Geek Squad certified. So what does that even mean?
That sounds like a return.
Yeah.
Walmart also has refurbished controllers.
But from where? Where do these refurbished controllers come from?
It says the brand is Microsoft.
Okay, that
On
doesn't
Walmart.
necessarily
I
help
know.
us that much.
Yeah, not 100%.
Destroyer Samuel says, I think they do. So that's great. As long as it's within warranty, you're covered. Fantastic. But what if there was a way for even if you were outside of warranty to replace that controller or the component of that controller that was failed without actually discarding the whole thing or sending it away to be refurbished? What if it was something that could be serviced on your own? You haven't taken apart a Steam Deck yet.
No, but I have watched the whole iFixit video.
I can tell you, having done it, it's as easy as they make it look, if not actually more so.
And they do point out like replacing that battery would make me cringe, and not from like the modern interpretation of cringe, but it would make me cringe because I'd be very concerned about like breaking the screen and stuff because the amount of pressure they have.
Yeah, the battery replacement
is rough.
They need to improve that.
We said we don't have a lot of details. That's probably because, to be honest, you should go watch the iFixit video. It's fantastic. But the fact that you can individually replace the thumbsticks, the fact that you can individually replace so many different things, it's really nice. Like I understand why they lost points and what they lost points for makes sense. But the things that they gained points on were really strong.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, oh, okay, they got that checkbox, so they get that point. Like it was very, very good in each one of those categories, and I think they should get credit for that.
Okay. Hey, thanks very much, Floatplane Chat. Microsoft uses refurb controllers for warranty replacements. And it was pointed out that Microsoft's controller warranty is actually only 90 days, making it basically worthless. How is that even legal?
That's pretty brutal.
A 90-day warranty on like a $70 product? Sorry, I'm speaking in Canadian rubles here. I think they were closer to 50 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
That is really brutal.
I don't like
I'm
it.
surprised it's not a 1-year minimum.
So I want to tell my story about what happened with the Index, because it was actually a pretty similar situation to what someone might find themselves in with the Steam Deck. I have no idea what happened, and this is sort of unique to VR, because I was in VR and everything was fine, and I came out of VR and one of my thumbstick tops was missing.
Okay.
Did it fall off on its own? Maybe. Did I knock it off while flailing around playing Beat Saber?
Yeah.
Probably not.
But maybe.
But maybe. But what was frustrating for me about it was that, A, I was out of warranty, which I was fine with. This is like, I feel like this narrative is going to get turned around on me somehow. Like I've just...
That happens.
I've had a fantastic streak lately of saying things and then replying to posts where people are absolutely outraged that I would say a thing I completely didn't say, which is awesome. Always the most fun.
Primo.
Because it's kind of like what happened with the iMac. I was outraged that Apple wouldn't fix it. Not because I wasn't willing to pay for it. I was outraged because it's your product and you're not providing me replacement parts, so you better be able to fix it. That just seems very straightforward
and
to
you guys were happy to pay like Apple fees to fix it.
Too. Yeah.
Like it was expected to be expensive.
They said
they just wanted to fix it.
They said no. We will not fix it.
Them saying no is the problem.
Bye-bye.
Not there being a price.
Yeah, it was the iMac Pro, and there was literally nothing professional about the experience of getting that product serviced. So anyway, my warranty was up, so I was a little choked about that. I contacted Valve support, and honestly, my whole experience with the Index has been terrible. A, it wasn't available in my country, so I had to find someone in the US to buy it and ship it to me, which then caused problems when I had not one, but two components fail. Three? Have I gone through this 2 or 3 times? I can't remember. The point is, I've had to go through Valve support. Every single time I contact Valve support about this stupid thing, they're like, we are very confused as to why you have this thing. It doesn't appear to be under the right account. I'm like, okay, you're in the support ticket system, right? So why don't you just spend 4 seconds looking at if I've ever contacted support about this? I have. Rather than me typing up this long explanation and us going through this whole song and dance again, because the first time I contacted them, it was like 2-day response times every time. Like it was really slow, and we had to go back and forth like 4 times. I was like, guys, it's base stations. I had base stations fail a couple times. Like, guys, I would like to use my VR headset. I don't even mind that they're, we got to work through this stuff, but this thing at the time, this thing hasn't even been out for a year. So does it have a 1-year warranty? Okay, then what's the question? That's something that has always triggered me. When you contact a company about a warranty replacement and they go, oh, well, here's a bunch of paperwork to demonstrate that it's within its warranty period. And you go, this product launched 46 days ago. Unless I have a time machine or my name is Marquez Brownlee, I haven't had it for a year. Okay?
Is that a reference?
It's a thing. It's a thing. He opens so many of his videos with, so I've been using this for whatever, and it's like kind of a meme in the community.
Sure,
anyway,
okay.
The point is, my experience with Valve support has been overall positive, but imperfect. So I contacted them about this controller. I'm like, proactively, I'm like, hey, can we just not do that whole thing this time? I don't even want a warranty replacement. I think I'm outside of warranty. It doesn't matter. The thing is not overall broken. My thumbstick just got disappeared. I would just like a new one of those. And they were just like,
No.
As a show of good faith, we will cover it for you under warranty, but this is your last one, by the way. I think they mentioned that. Don't quote me on that one. But I could tell there was some hesitation about covering it under warranty, which is fine because it was out of warranty. I didn't expect them to do it at all. I expected to repair it myself. And then they were like, and we don't do that. We have no way of doing that. And I was really disappointed at the time because it was less about that I wanted the replacement. I could just buy a new
controller,
one.
Didn't they?
Yeah. So they swapped a whole new controller out for it. And that wasn't the solution I wanted. I actually was like kind of looking forward to ripping it apart and replacing it. And quite frankly, I expect that to be much more difficult than something like the Steam Deck because of all of the sensors.
Oh, yeah.
Just like covering the outside of the index controllers. Like it was going to be, what are they called? Knuckles controllers, I think is like the cool name for them. I expected it to be an absolute nightmare, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to tackle it anyway. I thought it might be fun. And they just had absolutely no way to deal with that whatsoever. Oh no, Jaden, one of our floatplane devs is like, I am presently in customer support hell for my index that came with a broken speaker. I'm so sorry to hear that your VR headset that you will not be able to beat me at Beat Saber with is not working properly. That's a real shame, Jaden.
Is this challenge version 2?
No. There's no challenge. Jaden came in, schooled me on my own headset, and that's honestly a big part of what got me like heavy into Beat Saber. Because you don't set the high score on somebody else's gaming device.
Well,
okay, it's rude.
You would.
I totally would.
Yeah.
But it's rude. I'm just saying, it's a rude thing to do, all right? Hey, Jaden, look, at least yours isn't a US unit, and you have to explain why your name in your profile says Linus Sebastian, but the name on the invoice says John Martin. So John arranged it for me. I was like,
sense. I could tell you were going to say the person's name, and I was like, hold on. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's all good. What I was like, look, John, we facilitated your relocation. Can you do me a solid and use your special Murica powers to obtain an index and ship it to me? He's like, don't worry, I got you, bro. Thank you very much. What am I even supposed to be talking about right now? Right.
We're talking about Valve stuff.
Great.
Yeah.
So they've gone from me being extremely disappointed because I wanted to be able to repair my own Valve crap to working with partners to provide these parts. And working with partners is actually such a good way to do this because something that I think a lot of people don't necessarily realize if they haven't worked in distribution or warehousing or retail is how complicated it can be when you've got something that doesn't fit into your regular workflow. Part of it, and
that's interesting insight because before the show, we stopped talking about it because we were like, save it for the show. But I was wondering, I was thinking, they're clearly shipping hardware. Like it's not a company that has not shipped hardware before. Why don't they do the subcomponents? There's probably a reason, but I don't know.
And that's it.
And that makes sense.
That's exactly it. When your iFixit, there is a certain level of aptitude that you're going to be expected to have.
And they're just used to it.
You will be expected to recognize, oh, no, this is completely the wrong joystick assembly. How did this end up in the wrong bin? Let me put that away. This is the right... Like, you will be expected to have that degree of knowledge. Valve can't necessarily expect that.
This is a gigantic box that says index on it. Blanc.
Exactly.
This is a decently sized box that says
one barcode,
deck on it.
One line item on the invoice.
Yeah.
It has to be that simple when you're operating at scale. So that's why you need to build partnerships with smaller, more boutique distributors when you want to do something like this. So I understand why it didn't happen overnight, and massive respect to Valve for figuring it out, getting it done. I'm so excited.